I just finished my first ever pantry challenge and have not gone grocery shopping for over a month. So let's see how much damage we did restocking our freezers and pantry.
So we just got back from our post-pantry challenge Costco grocery shopping restock, and we spent a lot of money at Costco. We restocked our pantry and freezers, but we are also in the middle of a construction project on our laundry room. So I had to do a little bit of math to figure out how much did I actually spend on groceries to restock after pantry challenge. And I am so surprised. I thought I was gonna have to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get all these groceries, meat, vegetables, fresh items, thought I was gonna use everything up. I only spent a little over $300 on groceries because I still have a lot. We went an entire month without going to the grocery store, but I still have full meals, side dishes, ingredients, all kinds of things. So I didn't feel the need to restock on as many items as I had expected to. So I'll show you what I got. I spent $311 on groceries. I did spend $56 on other Homestead related items that I want to show you. And then everything else was construction items, or Jeff picked up a couple of items. So I backed that out of my total. So let me show you what I got. Okay, so I've got a couple of piles here organized by items we did not have at all during Pantry Challenge, and then items that we either ran out of or are close to running out of, and then a couple of not grocery items that I still wanted to show you. So over here, we did not have pepperoni in our house during Pantry Challenge. We did make quite a few pizzas, and I think we missed having this, and I think I'm gonna continue to try to make our own pizzas more regularly. So that's the reason that we wanted to pick up some pepperoni. I don't think we had ground beef. I'm trying to think back on the meals that we had, and I think anytime we had beef was in a meal that I had pre-prepared, such as when I had meatballs. I was hesitant on buying this beef because there is a local farmer that I'm looking to purchase 10 pounds of ground beef from to see if we like it, to see if we want to order a half of a cow from her. But I don't know when that beef order is going to be available. So in the meantime, we just picked up this ground beef from Costco. It was a tragic day, the day that I realized that we did not have any bacon and that we were gonna have to go a month without bacon. So I'm happy that we now have this back in our house. We did not have any ranch. It's not like we had a lot of salads that we would dress with ranch, but it's nice to have on a chicken wrap or to dip anything in. And we did not have any of that. I could have made some, but by the time we really wanted ranch was nearing the end of Pantry Challenge, and I was running out of yogurt or any other dairy products that I would have been able to make ranch with. So we are well stocked on ranch for the foreseeable future. And I think this is the last item that we just did not have during Pantry Challenge. Very early on in the challenge, Jeff had suggested that we have fajitas for supper, but we didn't have any peppers. So we could have made chicken and onion fajitas, but I knew I wanted to add this to the list because fajitas sound really good. So we're probably gonna have that in the next couple of weeks. And then items that we ran out of. I'm not completely out of chocolate chips, but I am pretty close. And it's been a long time since I bought chocolate chips because I like to buy it in bulk at Costco like this. And also these are probably the most delicious chocolate chips you can buy. These were almost $30. I spent just as much on chocolate chips as I did on ground beef. That hurts my heart. But I shouldn't have to buy chocolate chips for a very, very long time. So I'm glad I'm restocked on that. All the dairy products. I think I'm gonna do a recap video of things that I learned over Pantry Challenge, things that I didn't expect. And holy smokes, I was not expecting to struggle so much on dairy. I expected to struggle a little bit on cheese, but literally every single dairy product we ran out of and I had a hard time with. So cream cheese, I think I only had one block in the house, and I ended up making a cheesecake with it. I like to buy them like this, it's cheaper, and I'll just stick them in the freezer. I might make a dip for the Super Bowl tomorrow, so that's a reason I wanted to get this now. I do need to make some more Greek yogurt because I'm almost out of that. I can't believe I ran out of butter. I thought I had tons of butter for a month, but I guess because I did so much baking, I made all of our own bread products. I used up a lot of butter. Cheese we ran out of. I think the only way to sustain our 2-person household with all the dairy that we consume is to get a dairy cow. I'm putting it out there, I'm manifesting it. The amount of cheese that we went through, I could use a cow. Mayonnaise we're almost out of, which I have made my own mayonnaise before. It just doesn't have as long of a shelf life, but it is so much more delicious. So I'll definitely do that again, but I don't want to rely on just my own homemade mayonnaise. So we did restock on the Kirkland mayonnaise. I ran out of Parmesan cheese very early on, so I'm really excited to have this back in the house, and just some regular milk. Another thing I did not foresee us running out of is oil, because we buy these giant jugs, but I did not realize that Jeff uses this for knife making. So he used up all the oil that we have in the house for knife making, so we picked up 2 more so he can have one for him and one for the kitchen. So in my grocery total that I just told you, it includes the cost of this oil for knife making. It's a grocery, but it's also not. We did run out of a lot of frozen vegetables. We have a couple still in the freezer, but I wanted to pick up, we really like this broccoli from Costco. It comes in 4 small packets, and we just steam it in the microwave, and it's the perfect side dish for Jeff and I, with just enough for a couple of leftovers. And then we ran out, oh, I should have put this in this pile. I don't think we had this at all during Pantry Challenge, and I'll show you what it is because I don't think I pronounced it correctly. I don't even think I know what the proper pronunciation is. Worcestershire sauce? Worcestershire sauce?
Worcester.
Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah.
Worcestershire. No, it's Worcestershire.
Google it.
I think I used up the rest of our Worcestershire sauce making deer jerky right before Pantry Challenge, and I obviously did not restock on this. The reason I noticed that we ran out of this is because we also ran out of barbecue sauce. We ended up making our own barbecue sauce, but the recipes called for this ingredient, and that's how I realized we didn't have any. I'm glad to have this back in the house. It's not something we use that often, but I know I want to make more deer jerky, and we could not find barbecue sauce at Costco, so I think we'll have to make our own anyways. Okay, we're almost through. Got some chips. We ended up going through pretty much all of those Halloween chips that my parents had. So I wanted to get some tortilla chips because I'll probably make a dip for the Super Bowl this weekend. And just some plain Ruffles chips because we are a chip and dip household, not a flavored chip household. So we stocked up on chips. And oh, this is something we ran out of. I say we. These are Jeff's. These are Jeff's favorite cracker, very basic cracker, but his favorite snack after work is to come home and take a big hunk of cheese and enjoy cheese and crackers. Hence why we ran out of cheese during Pantry Challenge. So we're restocked on Jeff's crackers, we're restocked on cheese, so he should be A-okay for snacks for the foreseeable future. And we're not totally out of flour, but I'm certainly running low, and it's not something that I want to go without. So I did want to pick up another bag just because we were going to be at Costco anyway. You can tell I do a lot of baking. I make all of our own bread products, I think. And I've been trying to get better at making desserts. So I go through a lot of flour. And then we did run out of bubbly. However, one shift that I did make, and even Jeff toward the end of Pantry Challenge, was to enjoy making our own carbonated water with the SodaStream. We do have a couple of bottles of flavoring. So we've been enjoying grapefruit and orange carbonated water. And I think we're going to continue to do so. But sometimes it's just refreshing and easy and convenient just to pull a can of bubbly out of the freezer. And I don't know if this is a new pack. We used to buy this pack, but it came with strawberry, which we did not like. And now it comes with raspberry. So we wanted to give that a try. And then here are the couple of non-grocery items that I did get at Costco. that I still wanted to show you. I never know when Costco is going to get their soil, but I find it the best deal. So I picked up 2 bags of soil because I know I'm going to be seed starting soon, and I don't want to run out of this while I'm in the middle of seed starting. So I'm glad I stocked up on that. And then this, I would not necessarily say is an impulse purchase, but of all of the things here, like really all of these were on our list. They were all things we ran out of during Pantry Challenge, or things that we did not have during Pantry Challenge that we missed. We thought about getting some freezer snacks like matzo sticks or taquitos, but somehow we were able to walk by those aisles without picking them up. I don't think I made an impulse purchase, except maybe this. Although I was looking at purchasing this over the last few weeks. These are Swedish dishcloths. Let me actually open this up. I was influenced by my favorite YouTuber, Becky from Acre Homestead. She cooks a lot with her mother, and they picked these up, and it's supposed to be a reusable substitute for paper towels. Becky's mom raves about these. I would love to reduce my paper towel consumption. I am a messy cook. I have a lot to clean up, and these are supposed to be a great substitute. You just clean up your messes or clean your counters or your tables just like you would with a paper towel, but these go in the dishwasher. So this is something I was already shopping for, and then I seen them at Costco. So I don't know, maybe it's an impulse purchase, but I'm really excited to give these a try. And I am really proud of myself for doing this restock, for not buying anything impulsive. I almost forgot to show you these. I did not get these at Costco. I mentioned that we are in the middle of a construction project, so after Costco, we stopped at Home Depot to pick up something for that project. Well, I found the seed section, so while Jeff was shopping for our project, I spent a lot of time shopping for seeds, and guess what? They didn't have what he needed, but they had lots of what I wanted. So I'll have to do another seed haul to show you what I got, but maybe I'll do a little sneak peek of the couple that I am the most excited about. So I guess I'll see you soon for another seed haul. I think what I'm the most proud of is that I only spent a little over $300 to restock after not going to the grocery store for a month. Surely this will last us at least the next month. Plus I still have lots of groceries and freezer meals and convenience items already in my house. There were a couple of things that we wanted to pick up that we weren't able to find, or maybe we just didn't want to get them at Costco. I did want to get barbecue sauce at Costco. They didn't have it. And then I did run out of oats during Pantry Challenge, but that's not something that we go through that quickly. And I find Amazon actually has a really good price on oats, so I'm probably just going to order that on Amazon. I'm sure there are things that I'm forgetting about or things that we're going to pick up over the next couple of weeks because I'm able to do so. I'm not going to have to make do without those items anymore. That's my haul. Thank you so much for watching my haul, and if you've been following along on this journey, I so appreciate your support. If you did not see my Pantry Challenge journey, I will leave a link to that playlist where I show you my progress throughout the month of January, where I do not go to the grocery store at all. And I think I will do one more recap video talking about how I feel like Pantry Challenge went, what were my struggles, what did I learn, am I gonna do it again? So I will see you next time for a recap on Pantry Challenge.